Well, hello, everyone. We are going to be talking about marketing today, and we have the fabulous Nickquolette Barrett with us. Nickquolette, yay! I was just thinking about that we met years ago at an industry
Yeah,
conference, and you have
yes.
been talking about resumes and career work and for a long time.
hmm Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. A heck of a long time. And I think about, gosh, I think when we met, I was probably only 2 years into my business. I think that
Yeah,
was it.
yeah.
I was pretty green, I should say. Yes.
Well, and your business has grown so much,
Yeah.
and you're such a fabulous marketer, and some of the things we're gonna be talking about today, I won't give it
Mm.
away too much, but we're gonna be talking about trends for 2025 and what's
Mhm.
going on with that.
Mhm.
I'll bring in a little bit of data, but I also just know that you see a lot. You also hear from a lot of career services providers in your leadership role for the Society of
Mhm.
Elite Resume Writers. Did I get that right? Society of Elite
Yes,
Resume
indeed.
Writers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
writers and
yeah,
coaches. Yep. Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Mhm.
So, hi, Lisa. It's good to see
Hi,
you.
Lisa.
But we're going to be talking specifically today about how people grow their business.
Yeah.
So, tell me, what are some of the main things you're seeing right now that are going well for people in terms of marketing their business?
Video is really where it is, and people are really jumping on the bandwagon with video. There was a lot of fear with video before. People didn't want to see their face, they didn't want to hear, they were thinking they had to be oh so perfect. And I think if they go back and watch mine, they would know that all of that is just a myth. Because I mean, whatever happened on my videos, what happened? And what happened was that it's basically me being as authentic as I could possibly be because I didn't know any better. I was just trying different things. And so now I see a lot of people are trying to get into the video, which is so awesome. And even sometimes doing audio as well. But video, when people can connect with you and see your face and see all your quirks, and then it reduces the having to edit, things like that, people are really jumping on the bandwagon. And I'm all about efficiencies. If I don't have to go back and edit anything, whatever happens on a video happens. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let me share. So this I shared in my email earlier today, but I'll just share it with you. And you may have seen it, but it's going to confirm what you're saying. So, always got to find the right window. Here we go. So
Mm-hmm.
this is some data from our friend Neil Patel at looking at how different age groups engage with content. And in case you can't read it,
Mm-hmm.
along the bottom, you have newsletters, blog posts, webinars, and then the two columns that are full orange are long form video and short form video.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just confirming what you're saying is that this is the most engaging. So I think on LinkedIn, sometimes we get nervous because it's not the most views. Link
Mm-hmm.
video doesn't get the most views on a platform like LinkedIn for sure, but it gets the most engagement, even on LinkedIn, per Richard Vandebloom's algorithm report. Even video on LinkedIn gets, it ranks at the top or near the top for engagement. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I love how you said that if we saw your early videos, we would not be so worried about being perfect. Tell me about that. Like, how did you get started? Like, tell me
Oh,
more.
gosh. Okay, I'm gonna first tell you the story on how I even got into video. One of my actual clients said, "You know what? You need to just go out there and just do these tips." And I'm like, "No, girl, I don't want to do it." And that's when Facebook Live was, just getting on the scene. So we had just met in person. She had actually flew in for something, and then we got a chance to meet in person. I went over all her documents and everything, and then she said, "No, go. You're gonna do a video right now." And so we were in Starbucks and we got outside the Starbucks and she said, just think about something and just do it. And I did. So she actually literally pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I'm very animated. I'm extroverted. So for me to even think that video, I was like, no, I was like, I don't want to do that. It was too new. I was like, no. But when she did that, it got so much engagement that it was shocking. I was like, oh my gosh, even my craziness that they really want to watch. And then my business coach at that time, she said, people don't have to be very stern, very strict, like, see videos of all these trainings and all that kind of stuff. Be who you are because then you'll find your audience. And I said, that is so true. I didn't think about that. So then just coming out and just literally, because what I know you know, but many people may not know, I am dual career. So I work a 9 to 5 job. And that's when we were 100% in the office, because now we're kind of hybrid. I would run in from work, literally slide into my chair, pull up everything, and just go. And it was like, you could probably tell that. So I just kind of kept stumbling through it and talking about different things that I knew, and it continually grow my audience. And that's one of the reasons I believe I got LinkedIn Live early as a beta, because they researched people. And so that I've been doing Facebook Live for so long, that was one of the first people to get the actual LinkedIn Live when it was in beta. But I mean, then I just became comfortable with who I am. I mean, I know my information. I would sometimes prepare bullet points, but when you become very natural in knowing your information, all of the fear goes away, and it's really a conversation with you and your audience. And you can't get caught up in finding the perfect audience. Your tribe will find you. Everybody doesn't have to be the same, and I have come to realize that, especially advancing my years now. You don't have to be like everybody else. The most important thing is to be you, and I can't be anybody else but me.
I love that. So
Mhm.
when we
Yeah.
see people on video, that's one of the benefits, right? Is
Mhm.
that in this AI-ified world, there's
Yep.
this video piece, especially live video and clips of live video. It
Yeah.
brings this authenticity that you
Mhm.
can't get anywhere else, and it also brings the connection.
Mhm.
Um, Now, I know, like you said at the beginning, there's a lot of fear in our audience, and I think I mean, a lot of our audience is older women too,
Mhm.
and we think, "Well, who wants to hear me talk about this?" So what would you say to them?
I said, no, ditch that. So get on there. And you know what? It was so funny that you said that, because I saw a TikTok video, and it was a lady, I think she was in the 50s, and she said, if you are 40 and over, get on any kind of video now. And she didn't use nice words, but she said it because there's still an audience for us. And so if we continue to pull back and say we don't have anything to add, then we'll get left behind. But they need to really actually hear from us, because a lot of times we've had longevity in the game and we have a lot more experience. So it's a different take. Not to say our younger peers who are getting into business don't have a voice as well, but they need a variety of voices. So when you basically take your voice away and kind of squash it, then you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the people who need your voice a disservice. We are all needed, no matter where we come from, how old we are, what our backgrounds are, because we all have different perspectives. So you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the world a disservice not to get your voice out there.
Right. And when
Mhm.
we think about video, I know, like, you and I do a lot of live video because,
Mhm.
well, I guess I'll just ask you that. Why'd you do live video? Why'd you choose live video?
After my client pushed me out there to do it, it just became easy. And because I work and because I was growing a business, I really didn't have time to sit down and record 20 videos, then go edit them and then schedule them. It was so easy for me to say, okay, my show is at such and such time on this day, and I slide in and then I'm talking. I didn't have to do a lot of preparation as far as, or especially after the fact of doing it, because once you're actually out on live, it's going to upload to all of your social media platforms. And so it became easy. It was more of an efficiency thing for me, because I just didn't have that time to do all those things on the back end. I would just rather get on, give the information, and not worry about all of those intricacies that kind of keep us stagnant and stuck. And then we have analysis paralysis. We just don't move forward. I said, no, I don't have time to do that, but I'm gonna get this information out. And then I'm crazy enough so they can see who I am, period. So I'm just gonna do it. That's what I did. I just pushed myself on out there. After she did that to me, and I saw the engagement. I was just blown away. I said, oh no, I will be doing this all the time now. And that's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got Laura saying
Mm-hmm.
hello. Yep. Yeah. And Jen. So when we
Mm-hmm.
think about, like, what someone can do to get started, and I know that you and I both follow Tanya Smith. She does a great job of helping people get started.
Yes.
Yeah. When
Mm.
people get started, what what are some of their hangups, and how could they just do it anyways?
Don't worry about buying all the perfect equipment. If you see the rigged stuff I got up in here, if I can show y'all, y'all will be cracking up. I mean, it is the most basic stuff ever. I got one of those Yeti microphones. Actually, was gifted it to me. Say, I'm not going to do this podcast. You could just have it. But then I bought this at some kind of conference. It was a podcast conference, and they said it was on sale for 50%, $30. That's all I've been using. And I mean, don't get stuck in with all of the equipment, because people start thinking they have to have the perfect lighting, they have to have this. No, you don't have to have all of that. And our cell phones these days, and this is a 13, I don't even have the 16. These things do wonders, and you can travel and go anywhere to do it. Even if you don't do a long form, as we saw, short form, get on there and do a 2 or 3 minute talking about one thing just to get used to it. So you don't have to think about, I'm gonna have to have all of these tips in place. I have to do all of this research. We're experienced. Most of us are experienced. We know our stuff. Talk about that, and your audience will come to you for that information. So don't get hung up in trying to buy all the best equipment, trying to look the best. My wisdom streaks. So, I get on here. They're not concerned about all of that. They're concerned about what's coming out of my mouth. And so you are the content giver. So long as your content is tight as much as you possibly can, because you know it, that's all that people care about. They're not looking at all that other stuff. I think that's in our heads, especially women. All this full makeup and all that kind of stuff. I just put on little lip stuff, lip gloss. That's it. That's it. You don't have to do all of that. You don't.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, it's what I love about live is that it's the consistency. So we're here every Tuesday. That's easy. It kind of checks that consistency box. We get some engagement. So we've got someone else that's joining us from Raleigh. I bet that's John. And then Laura. Excellent. Love that. So there's so much to just getting out there and doing it. Let's answer Laura's question here. So what platform do you use for videos, and what do you record them on?
Well, I don't do any of the pre-record or anything like that. I go live using Restream. So I'll go live straight through there. And I use StreamYard for the longest period of time. So don't get caught up in any one platform either. It's basically what makes sense to you. StreamYard is one of the easiest platforms out there. So StreamYard is great. You can do that. And also Restream is really good as well, because you can connect to more than one outlet or a social media, and that's it. And it records it for you, and you can download it and then put it right into your actually it's actually already in your YouTube, but so you don't even have to worry about that. The easiest platforms will be a StreamYard. Restreamio is not bad as well, and there's some others out there, but those are the two main ones that I've used. Restreamio.
Yeah, we're using StreamYard. Yeah, we're using StreamYard right now. So this is StreamYard. I know that Restream just launched a deal, and I was so frustrated because my StreamYard renewed like right before Restream launched their deal.
They have beefed up there so much.
But Restream just launched a deal because LinkedIn's audio feature is essentially going away, but you can still restream in via audio instead of doing video. And that, that's all good. But I would just say, what else did she ask in here? Okay. Yep. So those are the platforms that both of us use. The other thing that I use, and I'm going to pull the link up here, I use a system called Opus Clip to clip the videos. I've tried all of them for our tech jam. For the tech jam, I went through and I tried all of them, and I still came back to Opus Clip. There's some fun stuff in video that you can do with what's the right word? With faceless videos, but the clips in Opus Clip are just the best. So I've got my little Opus Clip link here that I'll put in there and pull up. And so I take the long video, I put it in Opus Clip, and Opus Clip automatically makes these little shorts for you. And I love it because it's a text-based editor, so I can edit out the pieces that I want to edit out really easily, and then make the shorter videos. So that's the other tool that I use for repurposing. But like you were saying, Restream lets it go, and go to 3 different places. Like today we're on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn all at once, and it's easy.
Yeah. And I like that you talked about, you went back to Opus Clip, because I want people to understand get the most simplest thing you can do, because the simpler your system is, the more apt you'll use it. And I've been through it, Marie, I'm a app sumo junkie. I have more apps than I
Yes.
can ever own. And then I will also always go back to simpler ones, because I got in my head, oh, they do all these bells and whistles. And I'm like, my clients and my people who are watching me, they don't care. And so I had to really come back to that. So, okay, what do they want? And not what I think I need. I don't need all of that. So I need to do it to the point where I can make sure that I am consistent. I'm giving the content that's needed and putting myself out there. And don't put so much barrier up there so that you feel like you have to have all that stuff. Simple, simple, simple. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just going to pop this up here. So Nickquolette's going to be talking about video at the symposium in Baltimore, April 6th through 9th, 2025. So join us there. But then we had another question. And so how long of videos, if we're going to post like a longer video, you do YouTube too, right? You've got your YouTube channel going.
Yep. And I've done all various types. It depends on, for me, the topic. But when I do something more than 45 minutes, it's usually because I have a guest. And so those can be about 45 minutes to an hour. But if I'm doing content, it's usually about 30 minutes. And that's with me engaging with the audience. And I keep myself to that as much as possible, because I have so many other things going on. So I would say, if your time says that you can do it once a week for 15 minutes, do that, because that consistency will build. It's all about being consistency. If you say you're only going to do a 5-minute, give them impact in 5 minutes, you can do that. And I'm going to go and talk about the Bible app. I get my Bible app all the time, and I get some great word in 2 minutes or less. So there's something that you can do that won't require a whole lot. So it's about being consistent and setting up a schedule that you're going to actually do it. And then don't worry about all that other stuff. 15 minutes out of your day, 30 minutes out of your day, once a week, have that content, just get on camera. And I got another tip. Can I give another tip?
Oh, I'd love it. Yes.
Oh, this is something that I have to give credit to Tanya on this. Tanya said, get you a uniform, baby. When she said do a uniform, I said, oh, that is ingenious. So one of my dear friends, she does embroidery. So I bought a bunch of black and white sweaters and polos, and I had her embroider my logo. So if I'm thinking I have to get on camera and I don't like what I have on, I put on my uniform. Now, you may not want to do an embroidery. You may say, well, my colors are black and gold. You may want to just always wear black. So just think about all those different things that you can do something very quickly and don't have to think of and overthink it. So the outfits and all that kind of stuff, I start wearing my own little logos. And then I'm not a big makeup wearer unless I have to. But if I'm going to be on camera, I may put on a little bit of lip stuff. That's about it.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can't remember where I heard it, but for women, people said eyelashes, eyebrows, which you've got good brows, eyelashes, eyebrows, and lips, because that makes your features.
That's it. That's it.
Easier to see your features.
It.
Yeah.
Yep.
And on a good day, I might do all three of those things.
Yeah. Marie. That's right. That's a good day.
Yeah. But I think it's important, because that's that natural piece. And one of the things I hear when I hear older people say, oh, nobody wants to see me on video, I'm like, other people like you want to see you on video. Like people of a certain age don't necessarily want to go watch people of young videos all the time, right? We need variety. Like you said earlier, we need people to that we can connect with. And that's what you're trying to build. That's the consistency piece that then leads to that. And I'll just say, I think that was Meredith that was asking about length of video. If you're going to do like a YouTube video, 7 to 10 minutes, but that you'll see people say 3 to 5, because it's really about the type of your content and your audience and how much they know they can get value from what they're watching. So you might start with some shorter videos so people see the value, and then you start sprinkling in some of those longer videos where it's more content and people are getting something from it. But I don't know that there's an answer. It's kind of experimenting and seeing what your audience connects with, and having a little bit of variety so that you can have a short one for those new people to your channel and a longer one for people that have been there for a while and know they want to dive in.
Yep. And like today, for my group, I do Tuesday live, and it's always Thursday, 30 minutes. And I do it twice a month, and that's it. And I keep it 30 minutes. I jump on, and people jump on at that time. They know it's every second and fourth Tuesday. I get on, I do my live with them, give them that tips, talk with them, and I get right off. But they know every second and fourth Tuesday, I am going to be live, and it's called hashtag Tuesday Live. And then that keeps me consistent. And trust me, y'all, I'm watching my clock because I got a lot of stuff to do. So just even with me being here today, I worked all the way through my lunch so I could come over here and sit here with Marie to be able to give this information. And so you have to think about, how do I put it into my schedule? Just like anything else, you schedule your hair getting done, you schedule your nails, schedule that content, because trust me, people will remember you, and then you will get called for speaking engagements. You'll get called for, people will see you and engage with you. One of the best things that I have ever done is video. You're talking about growing my business. I don't do a lot of, I don't think I pay for a little bit of stuff, but my people go and watch stuff and they just send people to me. My pipeline is literally full based on referrals. And they, oh, I saw your video. I watched a ton of your videos. Now I'm ready to hire you. And some of these videos are dirt old, y'all, and they will watch them. So get that content out there, and you will be shocked that people will say, I watched your videos. I watched your videos. And that's why I'm here with you now.
Well, and I think people worry about the number. So I don't love that StreamYard, right? StreamYard has this little number up there. It's like, but that's not what matters, because it's not about numbers. It's about
No.
the depth of relationship that you're building. And
Yep.
I'll have people say, oh, I've been watching your videos for a year. And then
And
they buy.
never comment.
Right. Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
like it. Yep, they'll watch it. They won't like it, but they'll watch it. And not everybody is apt to do that. They get the content and they keep it moving. And I'll never forget, at my company that I work for, I happened to be in the Starbucks right there, and the lady recognized me. She said, wait a minute, I know you. I know you. I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know you. She said, come to me. I watch your videos. I didn't know you worked here. I was like, I do. And it was the funniest thing. But that's what she was like girl fanning, because she watched my videos and was shocked. She said, I can't believe you have a real job. You work here? I'm like, yeah. And then now it's like 30 years. It's like, yeah, I do. But people will recognize you and everything. And it's about getting your voice out there. But please don't let anything stop you. And when I'm at the conference, I'm going to talk about a strategy that's very simple that anybody can walk away. It's really going to be a workshop, because you will walk away with doing some video and a plan to help you. So I'm not just going to talk to you. I'm gonna make sure, just like my client did me, she pushed me out there for the Starbucks, and that video is still on there. I think 8 years ago. I'm telling you, that's what she did to me. And I'm gonna make sure that you all have that opportunity as well. Then I'm like, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It's really not. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, we have in our digital branding class, one of the assignments is they have to create a video. They don't have to post it, but they have to create a video and share it with us. And it's just that icebreaker of getting out there. Meredith was on here a second ago. So I'll pick on her, but she did a video during class and posted it on her LinkedIn, posted it on her company LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's that piece of, then people get to know you in a way that they can't just read in your content, and you can repurpose it. So, it's the same video on LinkedIn, then it's on your about page of your website, and it doesn't have to be live. You could record it. I always just say, start with a one-person Zoom room and record yourself on Zoom, right? And then you can create it, do it, minimal editing, and get it out there.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. And you don't have to be perfect, because trust me, y'all, go out there and look. And you're like, oh my gosh, but the content is still on point with the craziness. It's all out there. And I'm gonna tell you something real funny. My husband said, do you ever go back and watch yourself on the video? I'm like, no. He said, you probably should. Thank you, husband.
No, I tell people that's one of my secrets. I was like, minimal edit, and I never watch it again. Because if I watched it again, I'd be like, oh, that's bad. I got to take it down.
And he said, you probably should. I'm like, no, obviously you've watched it for me and you're telling me it's not that great. So that's fine with me. And people don't care. I've never heard anybody say, oh, that was a bad video. They said, oh, the information is very helpful. That's all they care about. And they like to see that you're a real person.
Yes. Well, and you will have haters I don't know if you've had this. So I've had people tell me I'm old. I've had people say like, why are you're old? I had someone say I had 1960s lighting because I live in a 1960s house and I don't know if that's the original fixture, but you're going to have people
all the
comment,
time.
but
My
then there's
daughter
like a
got still
million good
laughing about that.
comments, right?
Me and my daughter still joke to this day. Remember when before Facebook Live, what was that little app that you can go on and do it? I can't remember the little app. I start doing lives on that little thing. Oh gosh, it's gonna come to me, but it's
Like
no longer
Vine
that.
or
It's not Vine. It was one before Vine. I can't remember. But my daughter happened to be with me and she watched the live. And the guy got on there and I had on red glasses. And he said, I hate red glasses. We laugh about that still today. I hate red glasses. And my daughter's like, what? And we were crying, laughing. You have to get the trolls out. You have to keep getting them out and stuff like that. People say stuff all the time. And with me, I could care less because I know the bulk of the people appreciate the information. And if you think one person is going to stop a show, then no, don't let them stop you. Get out there and get that information. And it's talking about oh no, our people want to hear us. And I am like with my wisdom streaks, my clients, they don't care about any of that. They want to hear from me. So don't worry about any of that stuff. You're always going to have people who are haters and all that kind of stuff. So that's just part of it.
right. Well, and I always tell people you have permission to delete what you want. So if you don't want to see that on your stuff, you just delete it. It doesn't, there's nothing that says you have to leave that there.
Nope. Not at all.
Yep. And I'll delete misinformation. One of my most popular videos is on applicant tracking systems. And every once in a while, someone will comment something that's wrong. I'm like, delete. Like, I'm not going to argue with you on YouTube. I don't want your bad information hurting my viewers. So
no, nope. And I was like, nope, I do not care. No.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, the only person, well, I wouldn't say that it doesn't just hurt you when you're not getting your voice out there. It also hurts the people that you could help, because video is an opportunity to help people that couldn't afford your services. There's just you get to have a big impact with video.
Yes, indeed. And it's so funny because you think about, I always liken it for churches. There's a church on almost every corner, but every church has a pastor that has his flock. Just like your voice is needed because there's some people out there waiting for your voice. And if you suppress it and not put it out there, you're doing this world an injustice. You just are.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, so let's end on this. You're going to come and present in Philadelphia. You said a little bit about what people would learn, but they're going to do some things. What will they walk away with if they come to join you? I said Philadelphia because that's where we were before. Baltimore.
See, there we go. I said it was Baltimore. Okay, yeah.
Baltimore. We're going to be in Baltimore in 2025, which isn't that far away. So it's less than, I was counting the other day, but it's coming up. So what will they take away from the session?
Number one, why video is important. And I'm going to work with them to make sure that they eliminate the fear and the assumptions about video. Then they're going to develop a strategy for the video, and they're going to do a video. And I'm going to give them the option to post it if they want, but I'm going to strongly encourage it. And then we're going to all help each other say, you know what, that's fun, or maybe you should do this. We're going to have networking feedback and support each other as we get those videos out there. So it's going to be a hands-on workshop, not just information. We're actually going to work and get those videos out there. Yep.
I love that. And we've set it up so that people will have other opportunities to think about their audience, think about their content focus, so that by the time you get to Nickquolette's session, you'll have the background of what kind of video might I want to create, who's my audience, all those things. Nickquolette, I just always love chatting with you. I'm so glad that you're coming in.
You're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. You know that.
Oh yeah, I'm back at you. I know. Well, and you and Tanya, sometime I got to come hang out with you too.
Yes, indeed. And when Tanya working at State Farm too, I was fangirling with her because I had no idea that she worked there. I said, you work there. So yeah, same thing.
Yes. Well, I
Mhm.
can't wait to see you, and I
Same
hope that if
here.
you're watching this, drop us a note, drop us replay, tell us what you're doing with video, and maybe you'll get a little inspiration from Nickquolette to go out there and start making some video of your own.
Yes. Thank you, Marie, for having me. I sure appreciate you always.
Excellent. Back at you, Nickquolette. Well, we will see you all next Tuesday for our Trend Tuesday Live, and thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Bye, y'all.